Hey everyone, uh, this is a video that I never wanted to make, ever. This is a video on the Sonic93 situation and my thoughts and perspective and experience dealing with all of this. And the reason that I'm making a video on it now is because I feel like there is a lot of information and a lot of different stories that are very conflicting. There are different rumors and different stories going around. However, I've been kind of quiet about it. And I think you guys deserve to know my perspective on everything and what my side is and what I've been kind of dealing through. And I also want to put a disclaimer here. I am not Sonic93. I am not speaking on behalf of her. I am speaking on behalf of me. I do think that there is information that contradicts her story, but I think first and foremost, you guys should come to your own conclusions and never blindly believe anyone. However, with that, I promise you guys that I am telling you guys the full truth. I am being 100% honest with you guys. I am not lying about anything. I genuinely want to give my perspective about this. This is not a hit piece on Sonic93. This is me discussing what I think the problem is and my experiences with it. There's only so much I can know and can't know from this extremely multi-sided situation. So anyways, first of all, what happened? So about a year ago, Sonic93 made a video on a silver fangirl. This was a completely random person. Nobody knew or care who she was. She wasn't really doing anything to harm anyone. But this random deviant artist made a list on why Silver is a flawed character. And Sonic93 felt the need to make a video on it. However, it wasn't just that she made a video on it. It's that she made a video where she constantly screamed and belittled her opponent multiple times throughout the whole thing. My favorite example of this is when Sonic93 extremely aggressively and loudly shouts, "What the fuck is wrong with you, seriously?" at this little kid, this random little DeviantArt kid. Soon afterwards, Alduin Gajinka made a commentary video on Sonic93, criticizing the over-aggressiveness of that original video. A couple months later, I eventually discovered that Alduin Gajinka video. And as someone whose channel was heavily inspired by those Akai Dahlia and Yoshiwi 1 rants by Sonic93 and Amy Chan, this video really shocked me and really made me question myself a lot. And I felt the need to make a video chronicling the career of Sonic93 and her eventual downfall from a slightly personal angle. However, I also wanted to see if there was any missing context from the original video of Sonic93 screaming at Melody Sugarplum, the deviant artist. However, by the time that I found out about the situation, Sonic93 removed the video from her channel, so the only thing I had to go off of was Alduin's commentary video. I even asked Alduin if she had the original file, and unfortunately, she said she didn't. So the only thing I had was Alduin's commentary video. However, after watching Sonic93's video on Alduin Gajinka, I don't remember a point where she discusses any context in that original video or any missing points. It just seems like she's just making up stuff as she's going along. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but there really doesn't seem like I missed a whole lot from not having that original file. So anyways, after that, I made my video on Sonic93. And it's personally a video that even after all this time, I'm still really proud of it. However, it was a really hard video to make emotionally. I vividly remember tearing up when beginning editing of it. However, I think it was a video that was needed for me to make. I was right off the heels of True Love Heart Part 3, which is easily my darkest video I have made. And both True Love Heart Part 3 and Sonic93, both of those videos were made during one of my darkest points in my life. I alluded to this in my Etika video, but what basically happened, without going into too much detail, was that I was going through both a pretty bad breakup and a really toxic friendship where my ex-friend was being extremely clingy towards me and would verbally abuse me over the dumbest of things. And the reason why I hold True Love Heart Part 3 and Sonic93 in high regard is that these videos, me making them and just getting all this emotion off my chest, genuinely helped me through all of this. Just seeing these stories that kind of parallel what I was going through emotionally, it really helped me. It genuinely helped me. But at the same time, the reason why I was tearing up when making that Sonic93 video, when I started developing it, was because I knew that somehow one of my idols would eventually come to hate me after the video. And I guess that did end up happening, but I didn't expect it to happen so late and so randomly. Anyways, after I made that video, Sonic93 made her now deleted apology video on the situation. A video that I actually reacted to live in a live stream that you can watch right now, and it was a live stream where I literally had an emotional breakdown during it. Because I couldn't really process, or I had trouble processing, that I kind of hurt one of my idols, someone who really helped me create what I do now, someone who I genuinely care for and look up to. And after that, Sonic93 and I actually did a Discord call together, and that was a really surreal experience because that was someone who inspired me so much right there in a Discord call. I was hearing their voice, not in a video, but in front of me. The 10 months after that was basically me trying to help Sonic93 in any way I could. I made a redemption video on her, which I actually sent her early to get her feedback on it. I invited her onto my podcast. I invited her onto the John Gray video. And I even invited her onto the Gotchaverse 2 Part 2 video, although she ended up backing out because she wasn't comfortable with the source material. Now, a lot of this I know is kind of already said, it's already been told and kind of already out there, but the reason I mention this is because I want to say this right now. I really did genuinely care for Sonic93, and I cared about her probably just as much, if not more, than anybody else I collaborated with. I remember one time we had a pretty personal conversation after the Etika video, and I don't want to go into detail about it because her personal life is her personal life, and I don't want to reveal what was happening, but it really did strike a chord with me, and it really genuinely meant a lot to me that she would come to me and discuss that with me, and it just really... Damn, man. And it sucks because I've been hearing some things where Sonic93 is saying that me and her weren't as close as people thought we were, which sucks because I'm telling a different story right here. I thought we were pretty close. We weren't like super amazing friends, you know, the bestest friends in the world or anything, but I genuinely cared about her. I seriously, genuinely, and I cannot stress this enough, genuinely held her to a very high regard. And it hurts more when you'll get a vocal minority who tells me that I didn't care about her and that I just used her for views and money, which that's fucking bullshit. And it fucking sucks because I genuinely cared about her to the point where I did a lot for her. And of course, Sonic93 and I will have two very different views on friendship, but I genuinely cared about her. Were we the bestest friends of all time, like Bill and Ted or something? No, we weren't, but I definitely considered us to be, at the very least, two really close friends, you know, two really close collaborators, and two people that respected each other and really felt like we could be open with one another, you know. Anyways, after that, Sonic93, out of nowhere, makes a video on Alduin Gajinka. She quickly deletes it shortly afterwards to what I can assume to be an editing error, but not before Alduin can see it. And she tells me that apparently Sonic93 is making a video on me. And my question is, why? The drama was over with about a year ago. Making a public rant video on the both of us is a bad decision because it will simply bring up drama that I've already gotten over nearly 10 months to a year ago. So I ended up contacting her about this, asking her personally on Discord, why do you think this is a good idea? I actually have the DMs saved onto my computer, and I will be putting them below in a Google Drive file. I will read them out, but for anyone who wants to look deeper into them, to anyone who wants to make a video involving them, to anyone who wants to archive them, to anyone who wants to do something like that, you are free to do so. But most importantly, come up with your own perspective. Obviously, I'm going to have some kind of bias in this video, and I'm going to be more on my own side than Sonic93's side, but that's obviously a given. But I do ask you guys to come up with your own perspective, come up with your own conclusion, and if that is for or against me, that is completely fine. I simply want you guys to know the truth of what happened, what went down when we cut ties, and I want you guys to, most importantly, I've said this already, but seriously, come to your own conclusions. So anyways, I'm going to be reading the DMs between Sonic93 and I when we cut ties. Can we talk for a minute? Kay, what's up? So, I heard you were going to make a video on me. Yeah. I said both in the Melody video and Alduin's commentary that I'm gonna re-upload soon. Why sounding so surprised? The Melody video she's talking about is her previous video, her part 1 of sorts, on Melody Sugarplum and how Melody isn't that innocent. I will admit Melody Sugarplum is kind of crazy, and she is not in the right, but to be honest, neither is Sonic93 in my opinion. I also have to apologize for something. At the time, I did not watch the Melody video all the way through, simply because I didn't really have time. I did, however, comment on it, talking about how Sonic93 is redeeming herself, and I was genuinely trying to be supportive of her. I apologize for not watching the video all the way through. I really should have done that. And for that, I genuinely apologize for not doing the research I should have. That comment is now deleted, so I don't have the archives or what exactly I said, but the acknowledgement of it in our DMs should say that at one point it did exist. Anyways, back to our conversation. I guess I didn't get to that part in the Melody video. Huh. Well, I mean, how is the video going to play out? I don't know. I haven't started it yet. Doesn't it seem a bit, I don't know, wrong that you're covering my video now? Because that video was made before I had proper context on the whole situation. Which is true. I did not have context. Sonic93 and I had our conversation after my live stream on her, and she gave me some proper context on what happened and a little bit on her personality, and it gave me a bit of insight. I don't think what she did was right, but I did get some understanding into what her mindset was when making that original video. To go into more detail, I went from thinking this was Sonic93 deliberately attacking someone to just simply her making a dumb mistake, and I was fully willing to forgive her. However, after this situation, I don't think I can make the same kind of conclusion. That's the thing. Why making a video if you didn't have the whole thing? And how was I supposed to defend myself when I had no one by my side? You're missing the point. Before I made the video, I didn't know you personally. I couldn't have gotten a proper perspective from you because there was no possible way that I could have contacted you, nor would have felt comfortable contacting you otherwise. I had what I thought was the whole thing at the time, and didn't know that you had a different side to the story. That's no excuse. You can't make a video based on someone else's lack of information. So, you would feel uncomfortable talking to me personally gives you a reason to copy-paste Alduin's? I didn't make a video based on someone else's lack of information. From my perspective, there was zero lack of information on my side. Furthermore, the only thing copy-pasted from Alduin's argument was her video in my initial video on you. And it kinda hurts me that I've been trying to fix any damage I caused since that initial video, only for it to stumble back into something worse. I thought I was trying to help you by making a video on how you changed and collaborating with you on the John Gray video. It's kinda weird how I was able to give you a second chance and yet we're still at square one. Your video was a copy-pasted video from Alduin. The thing is, Dumbs, you say that you couldn't contact me, but did you even try to? You even said in the video that I commented at one of your videos, and you could have made a respond from there and try to talk to me privately. Or on YouTube Messengers before they removed it. Alduin's video is lacking a lot of information that everything was based from her video and nothing else. I did not copy-paste Alduin's video. If anything, I literally said in the video that I wasn't going to go over everything because it was in Alduin's video. And I contacted her, and you know what she said? She didn't have the video anymore. But she allowed me to use her video. So that's good, I guess. It's better than nothing. But I don't want to end up lazily plagiarizing her video. So if you don't want the abridged version, go watch her video. The reason I used her video was because I didn't have your original video. I even asked Alduin for the original, and she didn't have it. Also, here's why I didn't contact you privately. 1. YouTube Messenger was already obsolete by the time you commented on my videos. It's a feature that I didn't even know existed until they removed it. 2. YouTube comments are not a genuine way to contact someone. 3. The entire point of the video was to get you to change, since I knew no other way to contact you privately. Also, Sonic93, you aren't getting it. When I made the video on you, how could I have possibly known that Alduin's video lacked a lot of information? Because at the time, the only information I had was her video. Yes, I know that Alduin is supposedly the source of the drama. She's not the source. She's the only information I had, but she's not the source. Yes, she is. Everyone literally took the source of the drama from her, and it just kept spreading around. That doesn't make her the source. That's not what source means. The original source came from your original video, which I tried to find, but couldn't. Yeah, and she had a few pieces of it. That makes her the source of the drama. And in your video, you made it extremely clear that the only content you care for from me are my rants. You couldn't care any less about my other content. And I'm not saying that you have to. That wasn't the point. You completely missed the point of my video. But the way you worded it, all you want to see from me are my rants. Yes, that was a portion of my video. That was a part of my video, but that wasn't the point of the video. Dude, your video was like 15 minutes of filler explaining the backstory of how I became popular. What was the point of saying that? I don't understand. Yes, because believe it or not everybody knows who you are. Are you trying to make me more rants or something? I mean, yeah, that's kind of what you were known for, and lots of us wanted more content, but that was also, once again, not the point of the video. All you did was just making me look worse. I know you were trying to help me, but you didn't. So, me making a resurrection of Sonic93 video, inviting you onto the John Gray video, inviting you onto my podcast, etc., meant nothing to you. I didn't have to do all that for you, but I looked up to you enough to give you a second chance. You didn't even acknowledge of that I was wrongly accused, because I didn't think that you were wrongly accused. All you can say is that you're trying to guilt trip me? Well, what about now? I proved myself innocent and you're not acknowledging it. I'm not trying to guilt trip you. This is genuinely how I feel. I commented on my video. What more do you want me to do? You didn't say anything about the video. Again, you weren't acknowledging anything I said from it. I was trying to be supportive. If you know that I'm trying to prove myself innocent, why can't you just deal with that? I want to cover up your video. I thought you already proved yourself to be innocent, or at least redeemed yourself from it. It seems like to me you still hold a grudge against me, even though I've been trying to help you since then. This video will only bring more drama between us. Actually, no, it already has, and it's going to get worse if it's released. Look who's talking, the one who made things worse for me because you wanted to help me. Don't you realize you ruined my reputation by uploading your video? Why can't I make a video on you if you've done a video on me? I'm not saying you didn't want to help me, but you don't understand what you put me through. Look, if I put you through anything, I'm sorry, but we are in a dire situation here. And yes, you have been supportive at times, but the fact that you're not acknowledging what I'm saying or doing is something else. What does that mean? Why are you afraid that I'm going to make a video on you? Because I feel like everything I've tried to help you with has been for nothing. Saying shit like, look who's talking, the one who made things worse for me because you wanted to help me, doesn't help heal things either. This is 10-month-old drama that I thought we buried a long time ago. I was tired of dealing with it then, and I'm tired of dealing with it now. It is not fair for you to say that. You have no right to say that. You weren't the one being wrongfully accused. You weren't one losing your best friend out of it. You weren't the one having 4 videos spreading lies about you. What you're saying to me right now is purely out of disrespect, and honestly, it feels like you're entirely closed-minded. I'm genuinely trying to make peace here, but I can't do that when we're both in this cycle. I've said sorry, and I'll say it again that I'm sorry about Amy Chan and the videos made on you, but I can't really say that when I know the very next thing you'll reply to me is that I'm not really sorry, or I don't mean it, or that I did something wrong. I did not mean to spread lies about you. I did not make my video with the intent to spread lies about you. I've tried to say sorry before for things I didn't even want or intend to do, but you know what? It's great to know that it didn't work anyways. You really think saying sorry is just gonna make things automatically go away? Right now, you're literally excusifying everything you did and what happened, and you had the fucking nerve to say this is 10-month-old drama. I thought we buried it a long time ago. I was tired of dealing with it 10 months ago. I'm tired of dealing with it now. You made the video on me around 4 months later after Alduin did. You can't say you don't want to be involved in something when you already were in the first place. Yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I came here to have a discussion about our sides, and look at what we're fucking doing now. Fighting like 2 children on the playground. I'm sorry, but I'm ending this conversation. There's no way I can defend myself at this point. Goodbye. I don't know if you guys could really infer this or not, but there is really no winning against Sonic93. She will continue to act on her own side no matter what. Even if you try to apologize or come to a conclusion, she will just continue to scream at you about it until there's nothing else to say left. And it really sucks that it had to come from this person too. Sonic93 is genuinely someone who means or meant a lot to me. This person, the last thing I ever wanted to see from her is to just see her dig herself into the same hole that Akai and Yoshiwi 1 did years ago. It's hard for me to watch this, and it's hard for me to be in it. The rest is pretty much history. Sonic93's video on Alduin is her most hated video to date. And the problem with her making a video on me, here's the thing. If it's anything like the Alduin video, it's going to be a bunch of screaming and her calling me the worst video maker in history or some shit. Because that's what she did in her Alduin video. She did exactly what Alduin and I told her not to do nearly a year ago. She literally flat out says in her Alduin video that it's one of the worst videos she's ever seen. And she'll probably do the exact same thing for me. Add a bunch of ad hominem attacks towards me, make a counterpoint to every small little thing I say and do, miss the point entirely. If it's anything like the Alduin video, which it probably is, it's not going to be good. And of course, I don't know that for sure. I really cannot know that for sure. But judging from what our DMs were like, it has to be vindictive, and it has to be a hit piece. And it sucks because I genuinely felt like I was really close to her, and that she was someone who was one of my biggest inspirations, someone who inspired me to do the things that I do, and it really sucks that this all had to happen. I doubt that Sonic93 is watching this, but if she is, I want to tell her that none of us over here ever meant to hurt her. At least I know that I didn't. I never made my video to harm her or anything. I simply wanted to help her, and it sucks that this really had to happen because she does not understand how much I care about her, and she really doesn't seem to care about me either, and that's hard for me to come to terms with because she is someone who inspired me greatly and that I looked up to. I also want to let her know that this has been hurting multiple people. It's been hurting me a lot, but I'm not the one who's been hurt the most by this. I got into contact with Amy-chan, and she has been telling me so many things, and it sucks that she has to watch her once best friend damage herself like this. Alduin Gajinka recently got doxxed for this. Sonic93 does not understand what is happening. People are getting doxxed. They are getting their personal information leaked. I really hope that Sonic93 learns how to change. I really hope that she eventually changes and sees what she's been doing wrong. But from the conversations I've had with her and from seeing what she's doing now, that'll probably never fucking happen. And she'll just keep digging herself into the same hole that she's been doing since the beginning of all this. So that's my perspective. I don't really want to go into detail on the Alduin video itself because I'm working with Junkie and Alduin Gajinka on a video on that. It'll be a more funnier video, and hopefully I can laugh through a bad situation, but this whole thing's been fucking me up. I'm really sorry if this was just a kind of rushed video, but I had to get my thoughts and feelings out there. I really hope you guys understand where I'm coming from with my story. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM me on Discord. My DMs are open. I know I've been asked a lot of questions about this, and I would love to answer them. I really hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all for the support through this whole thing. It's been genuinely helping me. I've been feeling like the people who love me the most want me fucking dead. And the fact that you guys are out here supporting me, you're telling me that I'm worth something, that I've helped you guys, that genuinely means the world to me. I love you guys so much. I could not be more thankful for you guys. I love you all. You all have a great, wonderful day.